Okay, so very solid war win here. Um, we looked like it was going to be a little tough rolling at the start, but as you can see, they did not do very well versus our tens. They only got 1 star on their top two, and we got 3 stars on their top two. Uh, Early on, um, here our number 4 Ayaki got 3 starred by their number 2, and it was not looking good at that point. That hit was early in the war, but it turned out that was, I think, the only one they 3 starred of our bases. And I don't show the attacks on our bases just because I don't want to show where the traps are. But here's the number 1 city in the war on the opponent side, and I ran drags at this. It was a really straightforward drag attack, and this many times before. I used the BK early to focus where my drags go, and then I had the queen kind of left a little bit late there in case I had trouble getting the 50%, but I didn't. So that was really straightforward. And then I buggered this one up. Got 53%, but missed the town hall. So it's a wider base. Town hall is absolutely dead center in the middle. Not really a good target drawing drags at. And it turns out they didn't quite get there. I tried something a little different, it just didn't work. So anyway, the deal with drags is even high. If you run drags at a TH10 and you have some rough idea what you're doing, you're going to get 1 or 2 stars. Running a ground attack can go 0 to 2 stars. So much like running golems at a TH9, drags are actually a conservative attack at TH10. And golems become the riskier attack. So that's why I tend to prefer them being a fiscal conservative. So anyway, so here we are. So here's one. Swan hit this early. So Swan was playing with one of his heroes down, BK down. You'll see what happens up here. He got into a bit of trouble. So did a fairly nice job luring the dragon out. I don't think he had a scout on this one, but they were running dragons in most of their TH9s. But here you can see the attack kind of shattering, and that's the problem here, coming in from the top side. So he just picked an unfortunate angle to attack this from. Still ended up getting 90% when everything was said and done. Just didn't quite have enough. Probably needed level 40 queen to have pulled this off without his BK. If he'd had his BK, good chance he'd have got that. But he was playing with BK down. But here you go. Next city. And so this one was sitting at 1 star late in the war. And this one is much more golem friendly. It's really just 2 concentric circles. I mean, they're not exactly circles, but you can see. And he has no trouble running across this city. Didn't actually drop his poison. Could have, but sometimes life gets busy at TH10, but really nice attack late to put things away. And their pets. So this was another city. I think we 1-started. TJ ran a Jaihiho with this. And it really, to me, looked like a reasonable Jaihiho city. But Jaihiho tends to blow up, so I think he only got 1 star on it when he ran it. But he's running Jaihiho without his Archer Queen, which is really a stretch. But you can see the issue down there. I think he ran his hogs into those 4 giant bombs in the bottom or something like that, and it pretty much wiped things out. But Pets was able to squeeze out 2, and that was a fine result for us. And here's Ayaki. So I think he might have run drags at this. Didn't quite get it. But Here's the one where he did run drags. So this is obviously a great city to run drags at. He sends the hero there. I mean, you've got that one little cannon out there to focus your defense, and then you send a couple more hogs in, wipe out the other air defense. So 2 of the 4 air defense are gone. Now the CC Dragon's out. But at this point, it's not really an issue. And the dragons he has left go out and do a fine job cleaning up. But you'll see, so you don't see a lot of drag 4 3-star 9 versus 9. But he got it here with half a dragon left, plenty to spare. So yeah, it's a tough attack to run, and Hayaki did a fine job there. And then there's pets again. And then I think we start to get into the TH8 cleanup mode. So we had a little trouble cleaning up the 8s early in this war. And then late we came in, so Fago, Ian is, he was like the 2nd or 3rd, or the 3rd or 4th highest city in here, so no problem at all. Literally just flattening this city. And I think he tried to improve 8 or 9 also up high. And then E-Man came through. And so this was a 10 that wasn't really a 10. This was a 9 that wasn't really a 9. This was a quick upgrade. He did have 4 air defenses in here, even though they were low level. So this was one that made a tremendous amount of sense to run a ground attack at. And then, of course, you did run the ground attack, really pack a heavy there, and pretty much tore it up. And here's Lappin also came in a little bit late and did some cleaning for us. And another ground attack that cleans up an 8 really pretty quickly. So he split his golems at about 11:30 and 9:30, and I ran through there. You're seeing some CC wizards getting a little bit behind, clobbering things. So he typically requests wizards for his war attacks, and gets Wiz 6 in there, which for TH8 they're a pretty strong unit. And then another one of our new additions. So Lappin's just been here for a couple of wars, and Gavin also came in across on that one, and comes through and splits his hogs here. Has 2 heals left. There's 1. There's the other. Still has 1 Wiz tower to take out, which is a bit of an issue for hogs. But yeah, there you see it. Hogs 4. Nice run. Nakoma, he clobbered a couple of them without any trouble at all. Code dropped down, got that. Dark Rider, and pop this one up. So this was a 7. So yeah, Dark Rider tends to like to run drags 2 with the kill 1 of the air defenses versus the TH7. Perfectly legitimate attack. We've had a couple of the new guys who seem to favor this attack. Long term, as these guys upgrade past drag 2, I don't know how much legs this lightning the air defense attack is going to have. But hey, just because they run drags differently than we do doesn't mean that's not functional. So no, we'll see where it goes. But yeah, I think we have to learn the Heal Rage version. And Gobble Chart twice in a row. So this guy's another one of the new guys, incredibly consistent. So he's come in last couple wars, gets on the right target, same approach, kill one of the air defenses, drags too in with a couple of loons and flatten the city. And really, life really is simple if you don't overcomplicate it. And for a clan called Dragon's Claws, the fact that we brought in quite a few dragon players, not a problem. And then here's Kotako, who kind of did the yeoman's work and cleaned the bottom two cities here. So I'm not sure if I solved this one yet or not. Yeah, actually, this is the one he cleaned first. I think he has 6 dragons left at the end. So he pretty much recognized he did not need his whole contingent of dragons. So he just sent a couple in and still had a few more left, but very much a cleanup attack. And having guys that are willing to drop down and clean up the bottom cities really is integral to winning wars. So he did a fine job for us this war. So anyway, this was a middle of the week war. Early on, it looked like we were in trouble. In the end, it was a blowout. We won 6 of the last 7 wars. We had 2 or 3 guys upgrading heroes here. So really, just outstanding play here. Enjoyed watching it. Enjoyed being part of this.